Oh, I can tell you a story. Okay. Story time. Not a sad story. A creepy and funny story, okay? So, about... When was that? Years ago. That was a while ago. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you the story. So, that was in 2019, I think. Yeah. Something like 2019 or 2020, okay? I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was like, okay, I wanna see some people, you know, because I don't have friends, right? And so I used Tinder to make friends. That's kind of my gig at the time. Yeah, listen, yeah, I know I'm lonely, but it's like, you know, it gets really lonely. Okay. And so I was like, okay, I'll make a Tinder, right? And I get friends to I was like, I'm gonna make friends to people, right? So I decide to start talking to people over there with them, right? I don't want to fuck him. I just want to, you know. And if something happens, I mean, I wouldn't say no, but like, yeah, depending on like if I'm into them or not, right? But I was not looking for that. And so this guy, he texted me and he's like, yo. Oh, man.
Every night I cry myself to sleep thinking of your face. Every morning I wake up thinking, is my Zas going to stream today? Finally you stream, and you do me dirty like that frown. It's okay though, I'm a tier 3 Zas simp, so you can do whatever you like to me, smile.
Wait, actually tier 3? You actually are tier 3! Yo, who's a tier 3? Oh, yo, chat. After I ask my thing, okay? And we need to change the badge. The sub badge, I'm so tired of it. It's an Anna Overwatch grenade, and I just want it out. We need something else. Okay. Tinder wild? Nah, bro. It's not without. It's wild, but it's not. Okay. Tinder story. I'll tell you. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna decide to go on Tinder and, you know, talk to people or whatever. And this guy, you know, we start talking or whatever, but not talking. Like, he's like, yo, like, do you want to hang or whatever? And I was like, sure. And I am the type of person, dude, that I would get killed. Like, actually, like, seriously, like, when I think about it, like, the amount of shit I did in my life, that I look back and I'm like, you don't understand. Like, some people know that, but, back in, like, 2018, I moved in with someone that I had met for 3 days. I met him for 3 days to live with him, literally 3 provinces, state, away from me. So, like, 40-something hours away from me. I had no clue who he was, and I went to live there. Like, actually live there. I had no clue who he was. Never seen him in real life. Only spoke to him via, like, Discord and shit. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, so this guy, right? He's like, yo, do you want to hang or whatever? I don't know him. Now, okay. Looking back, I don't trust people. I shouldn't trust you people, and now I don't trust people at all. Like, I'm actually, like, I'm like schizo about people. I'm like, I'm scared that you're gonna actually, like, talk to me even, okay? So, this guy, talking to the whatever, and we're chilling, you know, we're just having a normal conversation, and he's like, do you want to do something tonight? Like, do you want to chill? Do you want to go out for, like, a walk or something? And I was like, sure. And so, my friend drives me there, because I don't have a car. I don't have my license. So my friend, I was like, yo, you want to drive me to this, like, quote-unquote date? And he's like, sure. So he drives me there, and I was like, stay in your car, just in case there's something that happened. Stay close, okay? I was like, stay close, because I don't want to get, like, you know, I don't want to die. And he's like, yeah, sure. So he stayed in his car. Nice, really nice friend. He stayed in his car, right? And so I go in. Yeah, I'll stop the music. I go in the first of all, he's like, yo, let's take a walk, right? So I'm like, okay, sure, let's take a walk. I go there, and he's in his apartment. He's not standing outside, like, waiting. It's 11 at night. Okay, 11 p.m. at night, right? So I'm like, okay, sure. I'm texting him or whatever on Twitter. I'm like, are you not... Wait, no, that's after. Okay, I fucking mixed. Okay. That's another story. I mixed 2 complete stories. Hold on. That's after. It's another story. We gotta go back. We gotta go back in time. Talk about this. It's the same thing, but not the same thing. Okay. Okay. Restart. Okay, take the thing. Rewind. Okay. We talk about this. this guy, he's like, yo, I'm gonna come get you at your house, right? At the time, I used to live with my mother, right? So he's like, I'm gonna get you at your house, and we can go like chill at my house or something, watch something, whatever, right? I'm like, eh. He's like, and he was like, maybe we can like go for a walk or go outside. He's like, I'm probably gonna smoke, and I was like, probably not gonna smoke. And he's like, okay, but I want to smoke, and I was like, okay, sure. So he's like, I'm gonna come get you. It's 11 at night, okay? So he comes to get me. Bro, this story is so stupid. First of all, when we were talking on Tinder, he was telling me, he was like, yo, I don't ask this about men, okay? But he was like, how tall are you? And I said, oh, I'm 5'3". And he said, and so I you know, how tall are you? And he says, oh, I'm 6'2". And I said, okay. And that's it, right? Right? Bro. Okay, that's just the beginning. I know it's to you. I know that you think you know where this is going. But anyways, he tells me all these things, right, about himself, whatever, on Tinder, whatever. We get to, he's like, I'm gonna come to your house. We can go chill. I'm probably gonna smoke at my house. We can watch something, whatever. I'm like, sure. And then, so he gets to my house, texts me. He's like, yo, I'm in front. I'm okay. I get out. It's 11 at night. First of all, not really good idea to meet someone new 11 at night from Tinder. And I don't have a car or anything, or I don't even have friends beside that one dude. So I'm like, okay. We drive to his car. We drive to this place, but before we drive to this place, as I'm getting out of my driveway, okay, going in his car to go to his house, whatever, I get in the car and I sit in the chair. Dude, I kid you not, okay? Like this, I will remember this because this is the first in my life, okay, and first and the last. I was on the track, yeah. This is the car. This is the car. I open the door. And I sit. I go right. I go like this, and then I take the thing. And I'm talking at the same time. I'm like, yo, how are you doing? Whatever. And then I turn around. And the second I look at him, I kid you not, bro. This guy, okay, I was here. He was right there. I was like looking at me like that. I was like, whoa, I'm 5'3". What the fuck? Like, I was like, listen, I understand that you lie about your height, but like, why the fuck am I looking down at you? Like, what? So I'm like, okay. And I didn't say anything. I just went like I was trying to like, I just, went like this. So I look at him, I'm like, I just kind of had a, and then we start talking about like whatever, and I'm like, okay, ignore that, whatever. But people that lie about their fucking height on the first date or whatever it just shows your true colors instantly. Like, you shouldn't do that, right? So anyway, we drive and we get to his house, whatever. And this is where it starts being creepy. Okay, this is where it starts being creepy. We get out of the car, and I'm someone who's like super like straightforward. So I'm like, didn't you tell me you were 6'2"? Because when we get out, because I was like, maybe it's his car, maybe something, right? We get out of the car, and he's like 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", which I have no issue with. But lying about your height when you're 5'6" to 6'1", there's a fucking difference. Like, you can like push, but how far are you gonna push is the question, right? That is too far. You can't push that far. So I was like, aren't you like not 6'1" or 6'2", whatever? He's like, oh well, last time I measured myself, I was like 6'1", 6'2". I was like, yeah, I don't know, man, if that makes sense, because you're literally like, we're same height. I've dated people that were like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". You're not that, bro. Like, and he was like, oh well, I don't know, and he was clearly like already high. So I was like, okay. We get to his apartment, right? Whatever. We go in his apartment, and then he's like, do you want to watch The Office? And I was like, sure, because I like The Office. But I was like, I don't really want to watch things. I'm not really into watching shit. And he was like, okay, we can go out and I can smoke. And I was like, okay, sure. So he starts smoking. And I kid you not, this dude goes, do you want to puff? And at the time I was like, man, this is going to be a shit night. So I was like, sure. I just said sure. And I didn't want to smoke it. I was just like, sure. I kid you not, the guy go... I was like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? He literally did this. Like, he didn't give it to me. He like, that's me, okay? He went like this. I can't explain it, okay? That's me chilling. He went like this. And I was just like... I literally just sat there like this. Great. And so he like starts smoking, and he finished the full like joint. I'm like, okay, well, that's... I mean, hey, you know, like, you do you. I'll just chill. I'll just chill. So I'm just like there, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's okay. He's like, let's go inside. Like, we stopped smoking. And I'm like, yeah, we stopped smoking. And I'm kind of like, I'm so sarcastic. Like, you know me. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm high as fuck. And he's like, oh, are you? And I was like, and I just said, no, dude, you literally took the joint out. Like, what? No, who's we? What the fuck? So anyway, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. And instead of being like, oh, do you want us to like, you know, get another one or something? He just like goes, all right, let's get inside. So I'm like, okay, sure, let's get inside. So we get in. So at that moment, bro, I'm like, okay, this dude is something. So we get in, and I'm like, all right, I'm sitting on the couch, right? And he starts, like, he's so out of his brain, okay? Like, you know, like, someone, like, actually high as fuck? Like, just, like, you know, him. Literally him, okay? So he's chilling on the couch. So I'm just chilling on the couch, right? And I had told him before we saw each other, I was like, I don't want you to do any move on me. I am not interested. I would prefer to get to know each other or something. Don't try to kiss me. Don't try to hug me. Don't try to touch my thighs. Don't try to do anything. I'm very straight up about, like, sometimes, like, what I want, what I don't want. And at that time, I was like, I do not want anyone to touch me. I'm not in the mood. I just want to get to know people, right? First thing he does, he starts touching my thigh, and I'm like... I took his hand and I said, no. I literally looked at him and I go, no. And he's like, I looked at him and said, I don't want you to touch my thigh. No. And he goes, oh, okay, my bad. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't think, you know, I was like, what do you mean you didn't think? And it just kept, he was so high, bro, out of his brain. He just kept going like, huh? What do you mean? No, like, what? I'm so confused. I thought that, and I was like, no, we're not. What? He's like, wait, okay, I don't know. And he's like all blabbering, whatever. Dude, I don't fucking know what he's saying, man. And he continues, like, you know, just watching the movie and stuff. But every 5 fucking minutes, I kid you not, like, he would just, like, get closer and stuff. And I was just, at some point, he, like, actually got closer to the point where he put his hand around me. But bro is like, okay, I'm not trying to diss. But, like, he's, like, 5'7". The couch, for some reason, was, like, more, like, soft on his side. So he was, like, shorter than me. My side was harder. The fucking couch. So I was like taller, and he's like this. I can't explain it, but that situation was something just by its own. And so I'm like, Jesus. And I just like, I turned like this, right? I like this. I just went like this. I did this, and I was like, all right. Like I literally sat like this, and I was like, all right. You're high as fuck, man, and you gotta stop. And he's like, what? I'm so confused. Like, I'm like, bro, it's been like 6 times that you tried to like, you know, do an advance, and I'm not interested. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry or whatever. And then, you know, that continues. I explained to him like more like, you know, effectively like, yo, I do not want this, that. You're pushing my boundaries. I'm gonna get the fuck out if you don't respect that. And he's like, oh, I totally understand. Like, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm just so high. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's just like my brain. Like, I keep forgetting. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, it's been a while. It's been years. I'm trying to remember. But I remember him getting up to go get something. And I'm like texting my friend at that point. I'm like, you need to come get me, bro. This guy is fucking weird. And so my friend is driving to come get me at that point, right? And then he comes back from, I think he went to go grab like a blanket or something to like put us like in the blanket or whatever. Now, mind you, we're like at least this far away from each other, okay? So like he's like up there, like where the you know, he's like, we're pretty far away from each other. I had to fucking move, right? And then he's like, are you sleeping here tonight? I'm like, no. Why the fuck would I sleep here? He's like, oh, I don't know. I thought that, you know, maybe. I was like, bro, this guy literally kept forgetting as we were speaking that we weren't gonna fuck. And that was the most like high as shit person I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy was just either like no respect or he had no understanding of like what he was like, wait, he's like, you're not sleeping here? I was like, no, I'm not. What? I'm so lost. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm just so high. And he kept saying that, right? And he kept going. I'm getting up. And then, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. And I kid you not, I probably still have the picture, okay? I took a picture like this in the mirror. And I said that to my friend on Snapchat. Back then when I had Snapchat. I said, you need to come get me, bro. This guy's about to fucking murder me. As I'm in the bathroom, he's like, are you okay in the bathroom? And I can hear him, like, getting shit around. I'm like, oh, this guy trying to fuck. Like, actually, he's gonna rape me or some shit. Like, I need to get the fuck out. Like, this guy was so weird. So, as I'm preparing like my mind, like I'm staying in the bathroom and I'm like, okay, you need wearing this, my friend arriving, like holy fuck. And I'm waiting in there, I'm like this, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And I'm just like waiting for my friend, I'm like, you gotta fucking respond. And then he texts my friend, he's like, I'm literally 2 minutes away. Like just 2 minutes. And I was like, okay. So I get out of the bathroom after like waiting 5 minutes in the bathroom, like trying to fucking, you know, keep my time up. And then I get out and I'm like, I sit on the couch and I'm like, by the way, I'm probably gonna get the fuck out. Like, you're really weird. You're creeping me out. You keep doing advances to me. I keep telling you no. You're just not getting any hints, which is not hints. It's literally me telling you to back off. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry if you like saw it that way, Steph. I'm just like so high, man. And he just kept going like that again. I was like, nah, I'm just getting out. And he's like, wait, so do you want me to like drive you back home? And I was like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm good. And he's like, wait, how are you going back home? I was like, oh, well, my friend lives like 2 streets down, so like we're good. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I can like drive you though. There's no issue like actually over pushing. And I was like, okay, this guy's fucking weird. And then as I'm like, you know, I'm trying to I get up. Yeah, right? I get up. He like, as I'm like, okay, because I'm not rude, right? If I like, you know, we spend some time in the same room and stuff, I'm just be like, either like I take, you know, I give you a hug or something, like bye bye, or it's like a Canadian thing, I guess maybe. Or like I shake your hands or something, right? So I give him a hug because he's like this. So I'm like, okay. And you know, like, as I'm like pulling out, he just kissed me, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I literally told him that. I was like, I literally did this. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, I don't know. I just thought. And I was like, bro, no. Like, it's 17 times. So I keep telling you, you're so high, bro. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I'm so... And he's like, anyway, bye. And he tries to kiss me again as he's like getting another hug. He's like pulling me in again and trying to like kiss me. I'm like, get the fuck out, dude. You're so weird. And he's like, oh man, I just hope you have a really good night. Like, you know, I'm sorry if it didn't go as you planned or whatever. And I was like, okay, bye. And I left and my friend was like outside and I was like, dude, you probably saved me from me getting like literally right there. Like this guy was just forgetting everything. But that was the weirdest story I've ever. Dude, this guy is trying to hug me. I thought I can't explain it. Like this dude was probably 5'4", like 5'5" or some shit. Okay, but it's just he's 5'5". Guys, don't lie about being fucking 6'2" when you're 5'5". Like I have a fucking difference. I enter the car and the car he's lower than me. That makes no sense. But yeah, so that was my story of like a very creepy time that I had a Tinder thing. That is one of the stories of that. I didn't see many people from Tinder though, because Tinder's weird. But that was one of the. But dude, I've never seen someone so high that he forgets about like boundaries and shit. And like you guys know me, okay? It may not seem like it. Like you know when like girls, like some girls say, oh well, you know I said no, whatever. Bro, I am like very upfront when I don't want something or like I don't want you to do something, whatever. I will say it first, beforehand it happens. Second, I will prevent you again. And third, I will say it to you, like, afterwards. This guy kept pushing, bro. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, holy shit. But yeah, that is one of the Tinder story. It was funny to me, though, a little bit. Because, okay, that part of where I entered the car chat, and the guy's, like, actually smaller than me, I was like... You're laughing at it. I really laugh at him. But I was just like, bro... You can't keep getting away with it! You can't! You're literally like 17 inches down! Like, what do you mean? You're fucking 6'2". Anyways, I probably still have the picture though. Of me in the mirror like, come give me. It was a very traumatic experience, man.